Hey everybody, what is going on? George the Disney Italiano coming back with another live, but I couldn't just make my comeback just my own self. I had to bring my bro on with me to join the live, and yeah, it was a long time coming because I haven't done a live on Citrico Central since Father's Day when I was at Disneyland, and it's been crazy. It's been a whirlwind of 2 months of discomfort, pain, surgeries, all that good jazz. But you know what? I'm starting to be on the mend, and I thought, you know what? I think tonight is the night to make the Italiano return for sure. But OG, thanks for joining me on my Citrico Central Welcome Back Live, and it's always good to have you on, bro.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure. I see we got Abby in the house, enjoying her lobster roll at the house, I'm sure, right? And we got Kiki and Luca. That's an inside joke, everybody. But we got Kiki and Luca in the house. Jacob Weller, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're gonna have a fun time. Submit your questions, comments, whatever. We'll take them all. So
Yes, absolutely. And I do apologize. This is usually a later live than I'm used to doing. But again, this was like a spontaneous, spur of the moment kind of thing. And yeah, so we thought, you know what, Maz well. And yeah, Abby says, I love that lobster roll.
yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it.
But while we're waiting for more people to come in and submit their questions, I thought maybe we can kind of kick off the conversation. OG, we actually did this topic on OG 55, which was released to members, which will be released to everyone very soon. But we kind of dived into the We Call It Imagineering episode that involved for the new parade coming to Magic Kingdom very soon for Starlight. And I think to kind of dive into it a little bit. I am very excited and happy that Magic Kingdom is finally getting another nighttime parade back. I think it's been a long time coming. I think it was too long, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think for both coasts, but it's nice to see that Disneyland and Magic Kingdom are finally getting not just night parades, but at the same time, because that's even been a long time since. But what are your overall thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. We watched that Imagineering episode on YouTube together on OG55, and I love the care and attention to detail that they're putting into this new parade. The Jiminy Cricket at the end, it's a great homage to Spectro Magic, right? And even really just the whole idea of Starlight works really well with that character. Obviously, when you wish upon a star, all that stuff. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love how the new train, his name is Whimsy. I love how his face was inspired by the old Silly Symphony cartoons back in the day. That's a nice little touch there. Beautiful stuff. The music, they were saying, is a hybrid of the electrical parade, that very electric sound, mixed with more orchestra stuff, and you can kind of hear it in that video, which was very cool. I love that. So they were kind of doing all the right things, I think, creatively. I think the only two things that I was worried about when watching it was that we were going to get a Wish segment. We saw the float, but they didn't mention Wish. So I was like, I'm hoping they didn't cancel that, because I do think I still want to see stuff with Asha and like that franchise, even though it didn't do well at the box office, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I'm worried about is just the same thing I'm worried about with any nighttime parade, and that goes for Disneyland too with Paint the Night. In that, is this thing going to stick around for years, or is this a season where in 6 months to 8 months they pack it up and it goes back into the vault, or they ship it overseas to Hong Kong or something? So those are my only two concerns. Other than that, the parade is damn near perfect, and I thought that it was actually I was saying on OG55, I mean, I think quality wise it's up there with the Tokyo parade, so that's high praise.
I agree with everything that you said. We have a bird in the house, but it's not just any bird. It's a duck. It's a Mr. Seymour duck.
Mr. Seymour Duck. We love you, Mr. Duck. And I love the new profile pic, dude. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I was talking to Seymour the other day in the DMs. I got to get this guy back on the show on OG55. You got to get him on Citrico. He's never been on here before.
Yeah, no, I have to start reaching out to more people. I'm starting to slowly trickle into having guests on, but yeah, I definitely got to get more people onto onto Citrico. So that would be really cool. So
You got to be inclusive, bro. You got to get the Canadians on Citrico, you know?
so yeah, Seymour, invitation's always open, man. Whenever you want to come on, definitely let me know. And actually, while we were talking about Starlight, Abby was saying, how long do you think they will keep the Starlight Parade?
See?
I hope it stays there for a while.
I know. See, Abby, you're smart. You're smart. That was my worry too, Abby. I'm telling you, I worry about that because we've seen it before with Disney. We've seen it before, just recently with Paint the Night, right? It came out for the 60th, and then they mothballed it and basically until it went to DCA in 2017, and then we haven't seen it since then, right? Electrical Parade, that thing did like a world tour. I mean, that went to the international parks too and stuff like that, I believe. I mean, it was crazy. So it's not unusual for Disney to play games with these parades like that. So it does worry me. I'm hoping, like you, George, I hope it sticks around. I hope it indefinitely stays in Florida. Floridians have gotten the short end of the stick way too many times when it comes to entertainment. And I really want to see them get this nighttime parade and have it there for a very, very long time. We'll see.
Absolutely. I love that. They mothballed it. I have to keep that. I love that.
They mothballed it, bro. Actually that's a I believe it was the late great Al Lutz.
Okay. Some of my that use that term.
Yeah, I believe he's that in some of his updates. So I can't take credit for it. But I mean, some of the older people in the chat that are Disney fans who have been in the community a long time, you know who Al Lutz is. He recently passed away, I think about a year ago now. But Al Lutz was a giant in the Disney community, online community, and what he did with the with his Disneyland updates and Mice Age and all that stuff. So yeah, it's sad we lost him, but yeah, I think he coined the term mothball.
Mothball. And then Kiki and Luca asking, did you guys see Elio? And Abby did answer that. Yeah, we did see Elio, Kiki and Luca. We did do a out of theater reaction on Citrico Central, so definitely check that out. But to kind of catch it up, because it's been out for a while, you could still watch it. But I surprisingly enjoyed it. I mean, do I feel like that it's one of the top tier Pixar movies? Absolutely not. There's many more, that's much better, but I think it worked well for what was made, for how long it's been in production and how long that they changed to like rewrite the script and everything. So as I said, I actually enjoyed it. I encourage people to go see it, despite that it flopped at the box office. And that's just what we were talking about, even with Wish, entering into Starlight. It's like, a movie shouldn't be defined whether it's good or bad based off of box office numbers. Yeah. We mentioned this a little bit on Orange Grove 55, where you could have a movie that completely tanked at the box office and is a great movie. And then we mentioned Michael Bay's Transformer movies, that became $1 billion franchise, but were they the best movies? I mean,
no, exactly. And this is why, and Seymour, I'm glad you're here. I mentioned this on the video on OGVD5, but this is why you have the flywheel, right? So if a movie like Wish doesn't do well, it underperforms, well, you have multiple avenues to sort of put that film or that IP, right? So, okay, it didn't do so good in theaters. All right, that's cool. That's fine, but put it in your parades, put it in your parks. Let that franchise live on and provide for the company for years and years to come. I said too, Fantasia, when that movie was released initially, was not successful. Okay, it was deemed a flop. And look, if Disney would have done the same thing with Fantasia, where they would have just hid the movie, then you wouldn't have had things like Fantasmic even, which was heavily based on Fantasia with the Sorcerer Mickey. Pinocchio did not do well in theaters. The whole company's anthem, When You Wish Upon a Star, is based on a song from that movie that didn't do well. So yes, Wish didn't do well, but you know what? It should still be part of the Disney, what's the word for, ecosystem, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And they shouldn't just let it die in the vine. I think Michael Eisner, to be honest with you, made a mistake when Treasure Planet and Atlantis and stuff, when those movies flopped, and he just kind of mothballed them. I think that was a mistake. I think that you should let these films live on, despite the fact that they didn't do very well in the box office. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have the flywheel. Mr. Duck here.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Seymour was saying Elemental and Wish did really well on Disney Plus, but we don't talk about that, which is very true. A lot of these movies, Elemental, Wish, and dare I even say it? I mean, Kiki and Luca mentioned it up here. Even the live action Snow White, despite of how many people dislike the movie for whatever reason. Yes, I get it. It was not the best live action Disney film by all means, but it did do numbers. It did move the needle on Disney Plus. And this is where I even feel like Elio is going to move. I feel like in theaters, Elio isn't, obviously it made the numbers that it is, and it's probably going to end up on Disney Plus soon because of those numbers. But that's probably where majority of the needle is going to move, because people who have subscriptions to Disney Plus, they're going to wait and not chance to see a movie like Elio and spend 50 or 60 bucks depending on how many people are in their household. They're going to bank on that, like with a movie that is more sufficient, that they know that it would be successful. Like
Right.
the Toy Story franchise, Zootopia, Frozen, people will go into theaters to see that. But with an original movie, despite that they want it, they just don't know to trust to say, what, should we really spend money to do so? But I wish the community would, because there wouldn't be no franchises like Frozen or Zootopia or Toy Story. We had to give them the chance to go see it.
Yeah, 100%. Now, Kiki and Lucas says he thinks you look like Elio, which is funny because if they ever did like a live action movie like 20 years after the animated movie, you can play like adult Elio, bro, with like a full ass beard.
I just put on a patch. Actually, what's funny? Who said I look like Elio?
Kiki and Luca.
Kiki and Luca. What's funny about that is because when you do look at him as in an animated form, if I bring out some photos, I could definitely see that, because when I was younger, I kind of had like that messy hair and like the dressed up in like weird ass clothing that didn't match and everything, just because I was a kid and I could put on anything I wanted. But that is funny that you say that, because now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I could actually I could see myself like be the adult version of Elio.
Absolutely. Hey, D23, you could rock it, George.
D23 club, and that's the beauty about what D23 is, because you can create. I mean, they do like all kinds of hybrids. They take a Marvel character, mix it with a Disney princess. They take a Disney sidekick and mix it in with Star Wars. So I guess I could dress up like an adult version of Elio. Let the beard grow in and everything.
Absolutely. Cassandra's in the house. Uh-oh.
Cassandra.
Uh-oh. We got Cassandra in the house. Always good to see you. Always good to see you, Cassandra. Always a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And welcome in. We were just talking about me being the adult version of Elio, where he went through puberty. So
yeah. Elio at 35,
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's great. But also, too, speaking of D23, it does make me wonder, too, that really quick, Cassandra says, or maybe even an Oogie Boogie costume.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there you go. Abby and I are going to Oogie Boogie. We're going on the 19th, I believe, because Abby's never been to Oogie Boogie. So
now, would you go this year if she hasn't been?
Good question.
Or just skip it.
I don't know. I still might have went this year just to kind of see like what the new villains were, but I don't know, like after this year, if Abby enjoys Oogie Boogie, then maybe to continue it, or even if Oogie Boogie's even going to be there next year with all the construction, they may move it over back to Disneyland. If they move Halloween back over to Disneyland, I will do that just for the sake of, it hasn't been there in a while. So, but if Oogie Boogie returns, if Abby enjoys it, then we'll definitely go again. If she's like, you know what, I could do it, but I don't have to do it every year, then we'll skip it.
Yeah, it's a cool event. I personally, I mean, the HHN at Universal, dude.
Oh yeah, if you compare like to that, I mean,
I,
there's like no comparison to
I mean,
that.
I had so much fun with that thing, dude. And it was, and I'm not into that stuff usually, man. And it was just so hilarious to me going through these mazes, and they're trying to scare you, and we were all laughing so hard, and it was a really, really good time.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever asked you this. I might have, but when you get scared, like, do you actually get scared, or is it just more like a like how your reaction was, where you laugh at it, where it's
Yeah, it's more like it's not
like a
like I'm scared.
spontaneous like nerve kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah, it's not like I'm scared. Like I know they're not gonna like try to choke me out or anything. Like it's just more like just like you get startled, like that startled
Yeah, like
feeling.
that jump kind of.
Yeah, it's like your brain on automatic mode, and you're just like, oh fuck, God, I hate
Now,
that.
now, what if you did something like where the scare actors were allowed to touch you? Would that be a heightened kind of thing?
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. That would be kind of crazy. Yeah, that was funny. That was so funny. We were screaming at each other for like 5 minutes. We were
Literally,
just
you did not move. You
no.
literally you were like this
And
close,
we were like,
and
ah.
like he's just standing there, and you're having a scream off, and it's like,
Oh, that was so funny. Oh, Cassandra says, I'm counting down the days till Halloween to see the video reaction of you going through the video. You know what? We got to do that. We have got to do
yeah.
that this year, George. We got to go to. You haven't gotten tickets yet, right? Or did you? Because you're
Um,
always on top of
well,
this.
we're actually going to do it a couple times because I want to see what it's like because we have the free ticket, which obviously we're going to use anyway because it's part of our pass. That one we're just going to use as just a regular, to kind of see like how the crowds are. But then I want to go again and do what we did last year with the Express.
Wait, we have a free ticket with our Platinum Pass?
Yes.
Oh shit, dude. Okay, that's what I
Oh,
have.
you didn't know?
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. You get a free HHN ticket with your Platinum Pass.
Okay, well, Cassandra, we will do that. We will record the reactions and make that happen because that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have Webba come with us again.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, and that's what I was trying to think of, like which one to do that because the regular ticket is going to be where we're going to be in the regular lines, which we
Right.
do that. So now I'm curious to see our expectations with that, and then also doing it with the Express because the
Yeah.
Express, you talk about like front of the line, like we didn't even have a chance to breathe, like, and they're like, okay, just go in, walk in, and we're like, oh, now we don't even get like a 5 minute like prep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to it though. I like HHN. I think Universal did a really good job with that. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, we definitely want to record, and because if I could have got that moment because I was behind you,
That's what I'm
like
saying.
I would have loved to have that recorded
Well,
because
and we'll get we'll get more stuff this time. If now that we know, it's bound to happen again. You know, because
yeah,
it's crazy over there.
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
crazy.
But yeah, but I mean, definitely, if Abby enjoys Oogie Boogie, I have no problem with doing it again. I do love going on Mission Breakout and everything and seeing the villains. I guess for me with Oogie Boogie, I still enjoy the atmosphere, and it kind of like gives the impression where like you don't have to worry about like wondering if someone's going to scare you, sort of thing.
Right.
But then if when you do go to HHN, then it's like it's no holds bar. It's like
Yeah, they crush it, dude. They crush it. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, they do. They go for my hair. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's like radar. It does make me wonder too, like if any of those scare actors like recognize you. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
never know. Like if anybody like watches the channel or anything, and they're like, "I bet you I can get him. I bet you I could scare him."
Yeah, that would be funny if they did. I'm telling you. I mean, yeah. Have I ever gotten? I don't know if I've ever gotten recognized at Universal. Legoland though, we did.
Yeah,
Cast member came up to me. I don't remember about Universal, but I'm sure you know. But I mean, certainly not like Wizard. Theme Park Wizard gets recognized like crazy at Universal,
oh
man.
yeah, Universal. That's his playground. Like that.
That's his thing, you know. But yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, but going back, I was going to bring back up with D23 that in like a couple more, well, at the end of August, beginning of September is going to be Destination D23 for the Labor Day weekend, And
Yeah.
again, we're still not getting any really big significant news, but it does make me wonder if they have something planned.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think Destination D is going to be a big event this year because I think, like I said before, Josh is really trying to pull out all the stops to get the good headlines.
Yeah.
So that's only in August or September ish.
August. Yeah. Like
August,
late
yeah,
August.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's only like a little over a month away, or like whatever. It's only like it's pretty soon. So I think Josh is gonna definitely come through, and we're gonna get something. Now I don't know how big or how crazy it's gonna be. I don't think we're gonna get like no third gate at Disneyland, nothing crazy like that. But he'll give us at least one or two surprises in there to make sure the headlines are good. You
Oh,
know,
yeah. Yeah.
you
Because
know.
the fact that they moved Destination D from the Contemporary to Coronado, that has a much bigger like holding area for more people. So they added more tickets, more space. So for what? Like you're going to add more to just repeat the same thing? I don't know. I think they'll obviously it'll be about the same projects, but I think we're going to get new information on it.
Yes, 100%, 100%.
And especially how fast they're turbocharging everything. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it's crazy. Abby has a question.
let's see. What news are you hoping to hear at Destination D23? Um, for me, I want to hear more on villains because we kind of already got like a gist of like what Cars is, but we only got that one piece of concept art for villains. I would love
Yeah.
to go a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, villains, yeah, and then also I want them, and I don't think we're gonna get this. Maybe we will, I don't know. But I want to see how it's gonna tie. I want to see how Pandora fits in with the Hollywood thing. Like I want to see like a model or something that show how the transitions are.
Yeah,
Like, and I really don't think they're gonna give us that, but I really want to know. Oh man, I'm so curious. And
yeah.
yeah,
I don't
Daddy
know.
Josh
Like,
likes to.
has they ever have they ever done that?
Um,
Like aside from like it actually going on the map or like the app, but have they ever showed a piece of concept art where it like shows like the transition?
Yeah, I don't really offhand. I don't really remember, but for that one, I really want to see that
Yeah.
because I'm so curious. You know?
And I think out of everything like that is like very significant. Like because it's it's going in a park that theoretically really doesn't fit. It's going into a land that theoretically it doesn't fit. And it's going in between two spaces where theoretically it doesn't fit. So
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, it's like I want to know, and I'm also curious to see like how the maneuvering is going to be for Coco too, because we know where
exactly.
Coco's going, but are they going to get like creative where they're going to give us like that 2 story kind of thing where the parade is underneath the pathway, like Bricky was saying, or
See,
yeah,
that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm very. There's a lot of question marks for DCA, and that's why I think I'm kind of not that interested in the Avengers stuff because it's very predictable. Oh, dick size, nice. If you could ask Daddy Josh one question, what would it be? His hair product, dick size, or something else? Well, definitely not
but
the dick
definitely
size.
not the dick size. Yeah, I don't need the I don't need
Uh,
the
One question I'd ask him: How the hell are you going to fit Pandora back there?
yes.
How in the world are you going to fit Pandora in there? You know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. So curious about Pandora for DC. I can't see it. Neither can I, Abby. I mean, I think it'll probably make more sense once they bulldoze those buildings and it's just flat. It'll probably our imaginations can kind of take hold more, maybe. But
Yeah.
as of right now, when you have all those big sound stages and all that, it's really hard to imagine Pandora sitting there.
Yeah.
Now, George, while we have a little bit of time in between questions,
Hmm.
you want to talk about our experience, like, because we haven't really done a review of the 626 market. That was kind of an interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, so this past Fourth of July weekend, we were down in the Anaheim area. We did one day at Disneyland, and then we spent a few nights at a hotel. You know, just kind of chilling. You know, in the jacuzzi and everything, because that's how we roll. But on one of the days, we went to the 626 market, which was very interesting. It was smaller than what I was anticipating. but they had a lot of great booths. I mean, all the food looked phenomenal. I was expecting to eat a lot, but I only got like one set of the wings. What kind of wings were they again? Because you got
Honey sriracha.
the honey sriracha, and I tell you, there was like it was like a 6 piece, but I mean they were pretty significant size wings, and uh, I was full for the pretty like better half of the day. But I think the I think for me, um, I've come to accustomed to agua fresca since moving out to California. I absolutely love it. And they had a booth where they had like watermelon, they had like coconut, they had all different flavors. So I ended up getting this very large. I do have pictures. Don't worry, they will be uploaded on Instagram. It's shaped like a baby bottle.
Yeah, and this thing is huge.
Huge. It was $45, and I got the watermelon agua fresca, literally, and you can have a free refill with it, and it lasted me the whole evening. I did,
Mr. Kidney Stone over here just chugging a gallon of watermelon juice.
yeah,
From a mommy milker,
from a mommy.
as Maybe says, right? I can't take credit for that. That was Maybe, but yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was a mommy milker. But that thing was huge, dude. It was like this big.
Big, like yeah. So for all of you who follow me on Instagram, the photos will be up on the Citrico Central one. You'll definitely get to see the big mommy milker.
Yeah, dude.
That's the name we're giving it. It's the mommy milker, and you'll see why.
It's the only name it could possibly have. That's what you have to call it. You know, it makes total sense.
Yeah,
it makes total sense. But yeah, it was cool. I got the.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was your thoughts on the?
I had a blast. I actually had a blast. I love those kind of markets. I think the food stuff was really cool. The honey wings were amazing. The spicy honey wings were amazing. The vibe there was awesome. I thought a lot of cool merch. We didn't stay for. Well, actually, I found out the dancing wasn't even going to be that night. They didn't have that club thing.
Oh, it wasn't going to be.
No, it didn't. They didn't have it that night anyway, so we didn't miss it by leaving a little bit early. Yeah, it was fun. I thought it was really, really cool, man. I like trying different kinds of foods, like cultural foods and stuff. So my only complaint was that once it hit like 6 o'clock or so, the lines were like way too long. I mean, I was trying to get like a bottle of water like later on in the evening, and every booth had like a 30-minute wait. So that was kind of a bummer. But yeah, other than that, I had a blast, dude. I had a blast.
Yeah, because also too, like when you mentioned the dancing, like I've seen, because they were having the silent dancing where you put like the earphones on and you kind of just like jam to your own beat or whatever, what have you. They do that on a lot of cruise ships, which it is fun on a cruise ship, but there's times where you just like, it's like going to a raid. It's like you just want everyone to hear the same thing, and like,
yeah, you just want to be able to chill, you know. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I'd rather have the music blasting. Number one, because if it's a silent club, disco, whatever they called it, then you need headphones. So now you got to wait in line for headphones. I don't know. I'd rather just have it out and about, you know.
Yeah, but all in all, yeah, I did enjoy the market. I definitely want to go back again, or check out a couple other ones as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll do it again. Absolutely. What's going on, mademoiselle?
Hello, Abby, George. Well, two Abbies. Abby, George, Abby, and OG. Welcome in, mademoiselle. And Cassandra, fist pump.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then we also had Mr. Seymour Duck. Let's see. Not Disney or Universal related, but you guys excited for Superman. I'm curious. I'm not. I've heard, and again, I'm gonna kind of go back to what I'm saying, because you can't always go by what other people think. You got to see it for yourself. But just speaking for myself, of what I've seen so far, right now, I haven't been impressed. But when I do see the movie, then I would probably know. But the trailers did absolutely nothing for me.
From what I understand, I'm very curious, actually. I'm very, very curious. But from what I understand, it did pretty good, box office wise. I think it broke a record. So we'll see if that holds up. I don't know, but
Yeah. Kiki and Luca, I saw Superman. Whether you like it or not hinges on whether you like James Gunn humor.
ooh,
Mm.
that's a tough one for me.
Because James Gunn humor fits well with Guardians. I don't know how that works in the Superman realm.
I don't know. His humor for me is very hit and miss. I hated the jokes in Guardians too. Hated the jokes. They were corny and cringe. I don't know, man. Yeah, oh, he didn't do Ragnarok, right? That wasn't James Gunn. No.
No, that was Taika Waititi.
Yeah, Taika. No, but yeah, James Gunn's iffy for me with the humor. Oh man, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
Like
see.
Kiki and Luca, if you had to rate it, like 1 to 5, 5 being the best, where would you put it? I'm curious. But yeah, as I said, I'm curious about. I mean, the one that I'm really looking forward to is Fantastic Four. Like that, I can not wait for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you give it a solid B plus. That's pretty good. That's not
Okay.
bad.
All right,
That's not bad at all, actually. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Not bad at all. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I mean, this movie, a lot rides on this movie, you know, because DC, this is the foundation for the DC universe going forward. This is supposed to jumpstart the whole thing again. So if this thing doesn't do well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
tough.
it's actually the same thing with Fantastic Four. You know, Fantastic Four is setting the stage for Doomsday and Secret Wars. So it's like, I mean, well, technically Thunderbolts is setting it up for Fantastic Four. That's setting it up for Doomsday. That's setting it up for Secret Wars. But I think Fantastic Four was more significant over Thunderbolts. But I actually enjoyed Thunderbolts. Um, again, was it the best Marvel movie? No, but I actually think it was one of the better ones that they have been releasing in a long time.
Now, you and Abby recently, and I don't know, did Marjorie go with you to the Materialists movie, or is that just you and Abby?
That was just me and Abby, but she definitely is going to see it from our out of theater review. And actually, a couple other people are going to as well because that was a movie that
Surprised you?
very surprised me because I knew about it, but I didn't know in detail of what it was. But sometimes I like movies like that. So that way I could just go in with an open mind, blank canvas, and really give my full, thought process on it. But I enjoyed it. It was a simple movie. It wasn't what you call like a typical chick flick
Yeah.
type of thing, not to really like label it like that, but it was very different. But it showcases a lot of how the male and female anatomy views each other as far as what you find to be attractive to someone as to opposed to really what you should be looking for. Um, and there's a great storyline, with it. And it was written, directed, and produced by Celine Song, which Marjorie, correct me if I'm wrong, she directed Past Lives, I believe, which she was nominated for an Academy Award for. Um, but yeah, I absolutely love it. Anyone who has not seen Materialists, whether you go see it in theaters or wait till it comes out on streaming, I highly recommend it. It's not a typical story that you would think, okay, well, I know how this is going to end up. You really don't know how it's going to end up.
So it's like from what I understand, it's kind of like there's two dudes, and one is like an imperfect ex-boyfriend, right? He's got flaws, I guess, or issues.
Correct.
And then there's the other dude who's like a millionaire, kind of checks all the boxes, right? And she has to choose.
And she's a person that she's a very complex type of person, and I don't want to give too much away, but it's where she knows what she wants, but she also knows her needs. And both guys don't deliver everything that she wants.
Yeah. Well, and that's going to be normal. Yeah, because we're never going to find anyone who's going to check every single box. But here's the thing too, right? And it's kind of an interesting conversation. We were actually going to do a video on this, but since we're going to talk about it, we'll just talk about it. But like, yeah, no one's ever going to check all the boxes. But like, there is some things that like, for some people, like you won't cross that line. For example, like you could never date a girl who hated Disney.
Correct.
So that would be something that, like, it doesn't matter the other box. It doesn't matter anything else going on. If she hates Disney, you won't date her.
Right.
So it's like, you know, because that's your lifestyle. But here's the thing: if there was a person who, say, like a woman who's like really into fitness, right? Like she's at the gym like 4 days a week, 5 days a week.
Right.
She probably would have to date another guy who is into it like that because that's her lifestyle. And you couldn't really have, because there's compatibility issues if you're not on the same page.
Right.
Right.
But now the thing with this movie is it's not even just about like hobbies or activities. This goes even more deeper, that they have to be a specific weight. They have to be a specific height. They have to make so much in a year. Like a lot of the basically Dakota Johnson's character basically works for a company that they are very vain of what they do, and they basically get these clients to where it's like, in a way, they don't really care about them. It's just like, okay, you want this person with this box, this box, this box, fine, okay, here you go, here he is, without even knowing anything about the person. It's just, oh, they're that weight, they're that height, they make that amount of money, there you go.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and this is why there's a lot of gray area with this stuff, because you definitely don't want to date somebody for their money, right? You definitely don't want to do that. I would agree, that's very superficial, that's very surface level. At the same time, though, let's say you get into a relationship with someone who's like got money problems. That money is the number one reason for divorce. The number one reason why people get divorced is money issues. So you shouldn't marry for money, but at the same time, it is part of the equation. And that's why I'm saying there's like gray area with a lot of this stuff. Right. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and that's why, honestly, whenever you get the chance to watch the movie, because it does dive into that, because one is very rich and then one is a struggling actor, who is working, several jobs, to make it. So there is more depth to it, where I feel like that if someone isn't trying and they're just giving up and they're being lazy and but if you have someone that's kind of on the struggle bus, they're trying, they're doing everything they possibly could. They maybe made some bad decisions in their past life. They're regretting it, so they're trying to make it better. But it's how much do you love that person that you're willing to kind of stick it through.
Exactly. And then like with the look stuff, it's like you don't want to go, obviously you want to have realistic expectations, right? Like dudes can't be walking around saying, I need Madison beer, a Madison beer 12 out of 10 baddie. But at the same time, you need to find someone attractive, because if you don't find your spouse attractive, you're not going to have a sex life. Because you don't even want to touch them. And at that point, you might as well just be friends.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, there are definitely different levels where you have to find, physical attractiveness. You do have to have the kind of some equal qualities of like what, your lifestyle is and everything. I just think in this movie, at least when it starts out, it is like very shallow, where they don't even go by the guy's background. Well, it's only by what their physicality is.
Well, and here's the thing. This is why I don't like dating apps. Because dating apps are kind of like that. It's a bio and a bunch of pictures. Now, personally, I think dating apps you don't really get the real gist of the person through a bio and some pictures. You just don't. Honestly, I'd rather meet someone in person. I know it's hard, fellas. I know it's really hard to talk to a stranger or put yourself out there like that. But I'm telling you, when you can read someone's energy, that's a whole lot better than going on the app and you don't even know. She might be AIing the shit out of her photos. She might not even look like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you meet her in person, you know how she is in the real deal. And I like how Kiki and Luca said he only married his wife because she was hot. See, Kiki and Luca living the dream, man. He married a baddie. Oh, wait, now I love my dogs more than my wife. Fantastic, dude. I'm a dog lover too.
But yeah, for everyone who has not seen the Materialists, plural, Definitely check it out. It's a completely different type of movie that you would never think, because it is something that is in current culture, us as humans, male and female, but a lot of people don't think about it on that way, that term. And I love what Celine did with this film, because a lot of times you get that typical movie, boy meets girl, boy girl fall in love, happily ever after, yada. This is more down to earth realism that you would find.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there's a lot of gray area and all this stuff. Now, Kiki Luca asked a great question about the politics without getting political.
Oh yeah, right here.
How much each day do you think about politics? You know what? I used to be very political, Kiki and Luca, very politically active. I was a total Bernie bro. Dude, even in 2004, I was all into the John Kerry campaign. I was a Democrat my whole life. You know what I'm saying? After the Democrats, I'm getting real. Without getting political, now I'm getting super political. But long story short, after the Democrats really screwed Bernie over, I lost my taste for it. I kind of just now I don't really care about it. I haven't really been involved for a long time, but I used to be. What say you, George?
Yeah, I think for me, like there's certain like topics that end up coming up on regular day-to-day things, like about like, oh, what's going to happen with this, with the tariffs, or this with that, or with the protests and everything. It just automatically comes out normally. But I'm not a person where I have to sit and follow day for day, minute for minute, what's this person doing, what this person's doing, what this policy is going to do for this. I don't have time for that. It's too exhausting. I was married into that for 10 years because my ex was like so gung ho, have a politic family, and it's like I couldn't deal with that. Like that just consumes everything. It's like, and then you can't enjoy life out of it. I'm not saying, however, anybody else views it. I'm good with either side. Whether someone is on the left, if someone's on the right. Me, I'm kind of in the middle myself. I kind of see policy and in both ends, and that's why I'm more so consider myself as an independent. But I don't really get into the politics where it consumes my life.
Yeah, same here. It used to consume my life, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Been a long time for me.
We have Vegas Disney RTV in the house. He's seeing Superman this weekend. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what everyone thinks. I mean, I do want to end up seeing Superman. I was planning on thinking of doing it opening weekend, but then I kind of stopped myself just because, with all the thought process of, do I really want to see it? But now I actually do want to see it for the sake of what will I enjoy it, but
Yeah, I'm very curious. I like the character. Superman is really like the Mickey Mouse of superheroes, the most recognizable. He's a biggie. So I'm very curious how James Gunn handled it.
yeah. So Remy D actually didn't really enjoy it. He said the humor is just too overbearing. See, and that's what can kind of happen with James Gunn humor.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Cassandra said, "Better to consume your life with Disney."
Absolutely.
See,
That's
but see, that's where me and George split a little bit because I love Disney. I started a whole YouTube channel on it, but I can't go as hard as George does with it. I need breaks from it. I can't do 24/7.
it's funny with me because even though I do 24/7, like that's like my top tier. I involve Disney in my life every single day. Like at some point, I'm talking something Disney, I'm doing something Disney, but yet it doesn't stop me from enjoying other things. Like as I said, we went to go see Materialists. I do want to see Superman. We went to the 626 market, so I do enjoy doing other things. Obviously, I love going to Universal, but Disney will always still be my number one, and that's why I feel like I'm that like 1% where I can consume my life with Disney, but it doesn't take over everything else that I do because I'm eclectic with everything. Literally, I really am eclectic with everything. I
Yeah.
listen to many different types of music. I watch many different types of TV shows. I watch many different types of movies. Um, but it's just, you know, it's just how I always was, and I probably always will be.
Yeah. Cassandra says that's where the baddies come in, OG. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Speaking of theme parks and baddies, Universal has more baddies typically than Disney does. I've noticed that. Way more baddies. So they have a higher per baddie ratio. What can I say? I don't know.
Let's see. So Remy D says, "Do you guys think Universal opening up regional year-round HHN venues could hurt attendance to the main parks?" That did come up in the conversation, and that's actually what I was thinking myself, Remy D, because um, I do think it does serve a purpose, but I also feel like that any of the pop-ups around California, for instance, like Vegas, but then Chicago's not too far off. Is that going to pull away from people um, going to the parks for HHN?
Right. Well, it's tough because I'm kind of thinking no. Okay, so Vegas has kind of become like a suburb of Los Angeles in a lot of ways. It's only like a 4 hour drive. We've done it several times now, George and I, and Abby too now actually. And they got to have 4.5 hours of rap music the entire way there because I was driving.
Well, at least I was. Abby was like,
oh yeah, Abby was sleeping the whole time, so she didn't hear any of it. But here's the thing, right? With Vegas, it's definitely close enough to the LA area that it could pose a problem. The reason why I'm leaning towards it not is because from what we're hearing for this Horror Unleashed, it's a way different kind of animal with like the bar and the scare actors come up to you while you're at the bar, and they have like those crazy like sexy Cirque du Soleil ladies all over the place and stuff. Like it's a different kind of vibe. Like you're not going to really get that at HHN. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're tweaking it enough where it's going to be a unique enough experience where it doesn't hurt Universal Hollywood. But Remy, and it is risky though because it is definitely like close enough to LA area where it's possible it does hurt it.
could it be? Do you think it's too much? Like when I say that, do you think like by having something like that year round, it kind of takes the appeal for someone to wait for HHN? So when you have something all year round and it's like, okay, well here comes Halloween time, here comes HHN. Oh, okay, well here it comes again, but we just did it like a couple weeks ago in Vegas. Do you think the hype would still be there?
It depends on how they handle it. Like, I don't think they're going to have, in my opinion, and we'll have to ask our Universal friends, like Universal High or Theme Park Wizard, but I don't think they're going to have Halloween all year. I think they're going to try different stuff, like for Christmas, maybe even like for spring and summer, like different kind of themes, because I don't think there's an appetite for year long Halloween. I think they're going to try and play with new concepts. So we'll see. They should. If they plan on just doing Halloween all year, I think it's a big mistake.
Yeah.
They need to remix it. They need to take it at a different angle somehow, because no one's going to want to do Halloween in January. That's weird.
Yeah, yeah, no. Like yeah, and even like yeah, during like Valentine's Day or yeah, like during springtime with Easter, like
Well, even if you had like a Sweethearts scary maze, that's cool.
yeah,
Like it could be
yeah,
scary, but just more like Valentine's or a scary Christmas thing, or like you know what I'm saying?
or a deranged Easter bunny.
Yeah, like a crazy Easter bunny, like that. That would be dope. But we'll see. But yeah, they should do that though. If they just do Halloween all year, I think it's a big mistake.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree. Now, kind of going back to Disneyland, because again, we talked about it, on Orange Grove 55, but I didn't really get a chance to talk about it on here, just because again, with everything that's has been going on, with the we're only less than a week away for the Walt Disney animatronic show, and
Yeah,
the fact that Disney released that they're going to do virtual queue for the first day. Now, I think that they're only going to do it for the first day because Lincoln will be coming back on the 18th, unless
right.
they're including that with the virtual queue. But maybe Disney is just anticipating a lot of people just for that day specifically, because jumping on a lot of like hotel websites, majority of hotels are booked for those 2 nights. And reservations are all booked up. So it's going to be kind of crazy. You know, it's already crazy when it's Disneyland's birthday, but it's not just going to be Disneyland's birthday. It's going to be its 70th birthday. And then they're adding a new show that's including the first ever Walt Disney animatronic. So, um, and I think in a way I can understand why they did it, but because they can't have people waiting on Main Street, there's just like not enough capacity to do so. But I'm surprised that they didn't open up like any extra like backstage area.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. It's gonna be interesting to see the logistics of it. I'm very excited too, Cassandra, because here's the thing with this Walt Disney animatronic. If they do this right, this is going to be a very emotional show for Disney fans.
Yes.
But on the flip side, if they don't do it right, and it doesn't look like him, it looks like Trump, the Hillary Trump
Dressed as
animatronic.
Hillary, yeah, it's good. Yeah, if it's supposed to be Walt Disney and it's Trump dressed as Hillary to look like Trump, then
Yeah, we have problems. You know, I don't think that's going to be the case, though. To be honest, I think Imagineering understands the assignment and the gravity of it. So I think we're going to get a really, really good animatronic. I love the fact that they're not using AI voice work. It's going to be Walt's actual audio. That's awesome. So I'm very optimistic. So we'll see. The only thing that they should be careful of, though, if the thing isn't working at all, like if there's any issue with it, don't run the show, because you're gonna have all these grifters. They're gonna take a video of that one malfunction, and that malfunctioning Walt Disney animatronic will be the thumbnail for every grifter video going forward for years. So Disney, please.
every grifter video, every meme, it'll be out there circulating in the social media like crazy. And Disney does not want to do that, especially since they've been working very closely with the Walt Disney Family Museum, Walt Disney's actual family, and yeah, that's going to be interesting. So we have Elisa and Neil Disney family. Hi, gents. Haven't seen you since Pete Show. Well, welcome in. Thank you for joining the live. Really appreciate it.
Pete McDevitt is a good dude. Everyone should check him out on YouTube. Pete McDevitt. He does a lot of great Disney content and stuff, and he was very, very gracious to us, George and I, when we were a guest on his show a couple weeks back. So he's a friend of the channel for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though he likes country music, we still love him.
Yes. Yeah, it is definitely going to be an exciting week, Cassandra. Definitely, I think. Also, too, with the It's a Small World, I'm very curious to see how it's incorporated. Disney did say that they are adding it to the final scene, which that was my prediction. It was going to be in the final scene, like right before it ends. Now, my other thing is, are they all going to sing in unison of the final verse, or are they just going to have just one doll just sing like the small ballad like before?
I think my prediction is, I think the whole ride is going to be the same. The last scene, the finale scene, is going to have Richard's verse in it. It'll be the finale, and all the children will sing it, but it'll just be that one finale scene. That's my prediction. Yeah.
Now, also too, this is coming from Neil. He hates country music as well.
Yeah. Good man, Neil. Good man.
But what was funny to both of us was that they're adding it to Walt Disney World, and I don't have a problem with that. But I would have rather that let that be Disneyland's moment for the time being.
Yeah, that was they fumbled the bag with that. They should have at least waited, or maybe dropped the verse on Disney World's anniversary in October. It's a few months out.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, just give Disneyland at least maybe the summer. I don't know, because that's a selling point for the 70th, and now it's not even part of the 70th because now Florida's doing it.
Yeah, so it's like. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It makes me wonder, when they're sitting into these board meetings of when they're all in their round table discussion and everything, who makes that final call? Who makes that decision? And they're like, oh yeah, let's do that.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe there is a little bit of an attendance problem at Disney World, and that's a last minute panic move. I don't know, because people have said it's been pretty slow. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. And now they're extending discounts over to Georgia.
Yeah, see, that was completely out of the norm. I've never seen Florida resident discount rates move to a different state.
Right.
It's like they can't
Exactly.
get the Floridians, so let's get the Georgians.
Let's get the Georgians in there. Yeah. If you wait long enough, George, maybe they'll move all the way up to PA, and
Yeah, you never
mom,
know.
mom, and you guys can all use your. You still have your PA license?
I still have my PA. I'm still like in the transitional for California, but yeah, I still have that. So
So you,
it's almost like a dual state thing that I.
yeah, exactly. Oh, and I like Shabuzi. I agree with you, Cassandra. Yeah, Shabuzi's good. I like him a lot, actually. He's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, because Shibuzi, we ended up doing because I brought that to your attention with the music video.
Yeah.
That I absolutely and it was a simple music video. It was just him standing there with people in the background, but I absolutely love that song.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it's great.
I forget the
It's
name of the
great.
song. I love it, but I forget the name of the song.
Bar
So
bar song. The bar song.
the bar song, that was it. Yeah. Elisa and Neil Disney. Is there any harmony throughout the ride? I think it's all unison.
Yeah.
For It's a Small World.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They're saying there are plenty of people in the parks.
Okay,
See,
good.
and see, that's the thing because even when we were down there for the 4th of July, and even when I was there for Father's Day, there were people in the parks, but like the wait times for everything was different than what it was showing. So it's like it was a healthy crowd, but it wasn't like maybe we just got accustomed that it always had to be like shoulder to shoulder, and that became the new norm. So
It could be.
maybe now that it's adjusting, that it really this is the norm that it should be. We're thinking, oh, this is like unusual. It's like very light.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Let's see.
Elisa and Neil is saying that we live here, the hotels are packed. That's interesting.
Oh, okay.
That's
Nice.
interesting. Yeah.
Let's see. Remy D. After seeing the low attendance at Magic Kingdom for July 4th weekend this year, I'm booking a trip next year. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, and that was a big question. I'm glad you brought that up, Remy D, because that was very telling. Because even though that people do go to Disneyland on July 4th, Magic Kingdom and Epcot, those are like the parks to be for the 4th of July. So if they were actually having low attendance, um, that's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can't say anything about Animal Kingdom because it probably wasn't open past 5:30. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No one goes to Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios on the 4th of July. It's literally
no.
Magic Kingdom and Epcot.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, Vegas Disney, I think everything is slower with everything going on.
Yeah. Now, Vegas Disney, I want to ask you because you're in Vegas. I've been hearing a lot of reports, like various articles and news outlets reporting that the casinos in Vegas are not doing the business that they've been accustomed to. It's been a pretty slow time for Vegas. Have you? If you live out there, let us know if you've noticed that, because that's kind of sad. Honestly, I love Vegas, and that's sad to hear that. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's very sad to see like a lot of like how the structurally like of how Vegas was and how it's kind of slowly transitioning to just the basics, so to speak. You know.
Yeah.
I see, Cassandra. Does anyone know when the Halloween March will drop at Disneyland?
No, I mean, Halloween time starts. I think like don't they usually start like end of August or something like that?
Yeah,
Usually,
it's going to start in August. So if they drop some of the merch, I'd say probably maybe within the next month, like the
yeah,
next few weeks. I would
yeah,
think we should at least start like dropping like what is going to be involved.
yep,
I would think.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We'll see, we'll see.
yeah. But I want to thank you all for joining this live. I know it wasn't too long of a live, and it was kind of a late one. Nothing was really kind of set up, but I just wanted to make my return onto the live scene to let you guys know I'm still here. I'm back. There's going to be a lot more content coming at you. OG, I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening. So glad that you can join me on my return back to the lives. And yeah, you want to let everyone know where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me here on YouTube at Orange Grove 55, where basically do this kind of stuff. We talk theme parks over there at Orange Grove 55. We talk theme parks, mostly Disney, but we dip into a lot of Universal because Universal's doing some great stuff too. And we dive into the movies. We dive into the financial end of it with Mr. Seymour Duck, who's in the house. We dive into like the quarterly earnings calls, all that good stuff. So check us out on Orange Grove 55, which we actually will be going live tomorrow night on Orange Grove 55 around 6 p.m. California time. We are going to celebrate 6,000 subscribers over at OG55. So we're going to have a big OG55 live show tomorrow night. George will be in attendance, and a few others, that are part of the OG55 family will be there as well. So we're going to have a good time there. But yeah, check us out. And I'm also on Instagram, Orange Grove 55.
Absolutely. And yeah, you guys know me. I'm the Disney Italiano. So glad to be back doing more for Citrico Central. A lot more is coming out. I am going to be doing my top, I don't know if it's going to be top 10 or top 15 foods and snacks at Disney. I know that was part of your guys' request, so I will be doing that. I also will be going live on the 17th. We will be there, boots running on the ground for hopefully we can get the virtual queue for the Walt Disney audio animatronic. So I am going to do a video and a live on that day, and just a lot more stuff coming at you. And before we go, I have to, where am I here? Yes, here we go. Have to do my plug-in. I'm an affiliate with Magic Candle Company. If you're at home and you're missing the parks and you can't get there, go on to magiccandlecompany.com. They have a plethora of items such as candles, scents, oils, soaps, whatever is to your liking. You could bring that little bit of Disney magic into your own home. But upon checkout, use my my code Citrico15 for 15% off. And that's not just a one-time deal. That's anytime you go on magiccandlecompany.com. You will get 15% off when using Citrico15.
Yeah.
And also, when you do so, let me know on or Abby on social media that you made a purchase using my code, and we'll send you out some Citrico Central stickers and keychains.
Yeah, and I'll say it and I'll say it again because it bears repeating. I am so glad that Magic Candle Company doesn't make SeaWorld candles, because that would be horrendous.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely horrendous. Now, I do want to also say, too, that on July 17th, George will be going live on Citrico. We're also going to do a live on Orange Grove 55. You're going to want to watch that one with Mr. Webba. That's going to be a big show. I don't want to give it away, but that's going to be a very, very big show on the 17th at Orange Grove 55. George will be, the three of us will be doing that live as well. So big show that day for sure. So check that out as well. Yeah. Coming up next week.
Absolutely. Yes, it's coming. It's coming quick. I can't believe it's actually here. We've been anticipating with this Walt animatronic and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I know, not the right one. It's Mickey's Mixed Magic, folks. I know how you all feel about it, but I had to throw it in there. But in any case, I want to thank you all for joining this evening, and just always know, as I always say, in Disney Italiano fashion, stay safe, stay healthy, stay Disney. Italiano out.